This is a video key for solving systems of equations using substitution. So this system has two equations that are already written in slope-intercept form. So remember, slope-intercept form means that it's in the form y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So since both of these are written in slope-intercept form, this is kind of a special way to solve a system using substitution. Since both of these expressions are equal to y, so I can see that y equals 4x minus 7, but y also equals 2x plus 15. So since y equals both of these expressions, then these expressions are equal to each other. So our first step that we're going to do is set those expressions equal to each other. So I know that 4x minus 7 must equal 2x plus 15. So this is where the substitution comes in, because this was y, and we replaced y in the second equation with 4x minus 7 because that's what y is equal to. Or you could look at this being y, and then we substituted in 2x plus 15 for the y that's equal to the 4x minus 7. Either way, since both of these expressions equal y, or y equals both of these expressions, then the expressions are equal to each other. So now we can finish solving because we have one variable in this equation. Here we had two equations, two variables, so we put them together using substitution so that we could solve for one of the variables. So we're going to end up solving for x first. So we just solve this like any equation. We're going to get all the variables on one side and everything else on the other side. So my first step that I'm going to choose to do is subtract 2x from both sides. So that zeroes out the 2x on the right side, leaving us with just a positive 15, so don't forget about the sign of that number. And then on the left side, we combine like terms. So 4x and 2x are like terms, so 4x minus 2x leaves us with 2x. And then we still have that minus 7, so don't forget the minus sign in front of the 7. Now all the variables are on the left side, so leave that term alone and get rid of everything else. So to get rid of the minus 7, we're going to add 7 to both sides. And again, that's going to zero out that term and leave us with just 2x on the left side equals, and then 15 plus 7 is 22. Now we're down to a one-step problem. So remember, this is multiplication. So to undo multiplication, we divide. So we will divide each side by 2. 2x divided by 2 is x, and 22 divided by 2 is 11. So x is equal to 11. So we just solved for the first variable. X is equal to 11. Now we're not done solving the system, because to solve a system you're looking for the x and y that works for both of the equations. So now that we know what x equals, I know that for both of these equations, the xy pair that works for both has an x value of 11. So now I get to choose either one of these equations and plug back in 11 to figure out the y value. So I'm going to number these equations. So I'm going to call this equation number 1 and equation number 2. It's important to keep track of which equation you're using when. So in order to solve for the second variable, we get to use either one of these equations because it should be the same for both. That's what it means when we're solving a system of equations. So I'm going to choose to use the first equation. So I'm just going to say, okay, I'm using this first equation. So it's y equals 4. Now instead of x, I know x is equal to 11. So I'm going to substitute or plug in 11 for x, and then minus 7. And now I just evaluate to solve for y. So y equals, I'm going to follow order of operations. Multiplication comes first. 4 times 11 is 44. And then I still have to subtract 7. And then 44 minus 7 is 37. So y is equal to 37. Now my final step that I have to do is to check my answer. So I'm going to write check. And to check your answer, you need to check it into the other equation. So I already used equation 1 to solve for the second variable. So I know that the point 11 37, or the xy pair 11, 37, works in equation number 1. I need to make sure it works in both equations. So since I already know it works in equation 1, I need to check it in equation 2. So I'm going to check in equation 2 here. So I'm going to use this equation, but instead of y, I'm going to substitute 37 because that's what I believe y is. And instead of x, I'm going to use 11 because that's what I believe x is for the solution to this system. So we write 37 instead of y equal, is it really equal to it? So I'm going to use that question mark. And then 2 times instead of x. So here's 2x. Instead of x, we substitute in 11. And then we write out the rest of the equation, which is plus 15. So this equation is written right here, except instead of y, we have 37. Instead of x, we have 11. And now we just evaluate. So the left side, we don't have to do anything to. And on the right side, again, order of operations, multiplication comes first. 2 times 11 is 22. And then we still have to add 15. And 22 plus 15 is 37. So we confirm that both sides are equal. So I just proved that the point 1137 works in the second equation as well. Since it works in both equations, that's my solution to the system. So for our final answer, we want to make sure we write it as a coordinate point because that's where these two linear equations would intersect on a graph. So we're going to write it as a coordinate point. So x comes first, so the point is 1137. So that's how we write our final answer. And remember, if we want to use fancy math notation, we can put it in solution sets to show that that's our solution. So that is our final answer. Thanks for watching.